Welcome. It's a beautiful day and I'm walking in the park. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. So I figured I better come on and let you all know what's going on. I am back from Nairobi, Kenya, back home here in Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I enjoyed Nairobi, Kenya tremendously, especially the people. But I'm glad to be back home. I feel I have some work to do. I did think about living in Nairobi, Kenya. All these squirrels on the ground. See that? I hope you can see it. So I did think about living there, but it was really short-lived. I realized there's much to be done here at home. And as I was speaking of the children mainly is my concern, let's say from 12 to early adulthood, Black Americans. And I touched upon it very briefly, just about being able to live harmoniously with each other. You know, I had mentioned about the crime rate amongst young Black men. It was on a video. You can go to my other channel and you should see it up here. The only feedback I got back from people that really were more pro-religion than anything was about Christianity, how I should try that. And then I thought to myself, but what about Black men killing Black men? What about that being the #1 cause of death? That's not important? You don't have anything to say about that? That's very important. And it's something that we need to focus on even more. I'm just wondering, now that President Trump has won, and you know, he's going to do what he's going to do in communities where the illegal immigrants are coming in. He says he's going to get them out and so on and so forth. I'm wondering, and I'll look that up. I should have looked it up before beginning this video. I'm wondering if the crime rate, Black men killing Black men, has dropped. Because if it has, we want to keep it that way. Even when, you know, he starts sending the illegals back, doing what he's promised to do. I wonder if the crime rate will stay low. In other words, Black men not attacking Black men. Family is what it's all about. Fathers and mothers raising their children. And so, as you may have noticed, I have changed my channel the umpteenth time, but this time I really feel that this is the channel name that we want to stick with. Journey Back to Islam. So there's this book that I'm reading, Servants of Allah, and I will be discussing that book on this channel. But after I finish reading the American Slave Code, we're going to get into discussion. We're going to cover it extensively on the channel. What a lot of people do not know is that many of the Africans that were brought to the Americans, they were Muslim. I don't make too many appearances on this channel because I do want to focus on the reading of history from books well over 100 years old. You know, just like I wasn't sure how to go about somehow directing us to healing from our history, our tumultuous history that we have in the United States of America that has affected us, our ancestors, and to this day, us on 6 levels of wellness: spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, environmentally, and socially. So that in itself is profound, and it cannot be discounted or ignored. So the channel name that I have recently come up with, I think it's very appropriate, and it just speaks to what is needed. And in Arabic, Islam, it means peace. And I mentioned on the video when I was discussing, or I had mentioned that I was taking a flight to Nairobi, Kenya in 24 hours. I had mentioned about my conversion to Islam. And so you can go check that video out. I had mentioned the channel and what I do on the channel in lieu of previous channels that I had. One of them was Healing the Black Family. And the problem with the channels that I had and all the history, the reading of our history in the United States or in America, our history, shadow slavery, and the effects that it's had on those 6 levels of wellness, I just didn't know what to offer in the way of healing. And so I would take the channels down. But alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah, I truly, truly do believe that Islam is the answer. And for the Christians out there, I have read the Bible 7 times, from front to cover, through and through. And I continue to read the Bible because in Islam, as well as Christianity, we share the same prophets. We believe in the same prophets. And the Quran, the definition or the meaning of the Quran means recitation. So it's reciting what has already been prophesied, including the Bible. So, journey back to Islam is appropriate and fitting. So what I'm going to do is turn around so you can see what's behind me. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace and blessings.